Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing about psychology of art, difference between designers thinking as well as artist thinking, and other aspects of arty mind and how the creativity is required in designing as well as in artistry. Let me start sharing my screen and wait for some time. The first slide itself shows two words: what is art and design, and what sets them apart. In first year or maybe in architecture, it's very difficult to differentiate art from design and design from an art, because both of these, artistic mind requires creativity and designer requires to be creative. But then what is difference? Especially whenever we are thinking of basic design or whenever we are thinking of foundation course, the work which students are doing is not work of an art, but it is a design. What is difference between art and design? That is some of the further slides will explain you. There are two major aspects of our brain which neurologists have decided. One is right side of the brain and another is left side of the brain. Most of your studies up to 12th standard or 10th standard or our examination pattern, most of the time, right side of the brain. Analytical thought, logic, use of language, reasoning, mathematics, logic, science, maths, number skills. These are all left side brain functions, where art awareness, creativity, imagining something, intuition, insight, musical awareness, understanding notations, spatial intelligence, like imagining the space or ability of your mind to imagine the space and form, these are all left brain functions. In architecture, especially actual designing, planning, interior working out, visualizing something, three-dimensional thinking, spatial aesthetics, and environmental aesthetics, which relates with urban design, spatial aesthetics, which relates with your designing of interlocking spaces, designing of corridors, actual visualization of it. That is something which is right side of the brain gives you. Where left side of the brain, designing or architecture doesn't end at just making a portfolio and completing the design, making working drawing out of it, thinking about the technology, taking out detailed quantities, using building bylaws, then creating tenders, bill checking, thinking of acoustics, thinking of fire, thinking of actual FSI permissible, and doing site supervision. These are also aspects of architecture. So left as well as right side of the brain is required in entire design process in architecture. Now coming back to creativity and what can inspire an artistic mind. In foundation course, both are in hand, artist as well as architect, both are in hand, and they some sort of a journey they do together for some time. For example, like let's understand how artistic minds get inspiration. Every experience, we are analyzing the experience. We are liking certain experiences, we are not liking certain experiences. But moment that art or experience or these two things are combined in our brain, we add our own thing into the experience, and then we start writing stories about it. The event gets converted into story. Now, descriptive part becomes something like documentary, that I am writing essay on this, that so and so thing happened and time was this much and numbers were this much and names of the people were this much and all that. The way in which newsreader explains, he's describing the thing. But where artist will make a story and he will remove the aesthetics out of it, then story he converts it into a script. While writing the script, he requires a lot of imagination. While imagining, he requires to visualize. I remember Satyajit Ray, the eminent film director, used to do sketches before he converts the entire story into a visualized event or visualized scenes. And then that get converted into novel, or it can get converted into movies, or it can get converted into paintings, or it can get converted into poems, dance, sculpture, or any art form. And from that art, we convert our thing into design. Now, again, art and design. For me and for you, it's a different story altogether. Before learning that, before finding actual differences between designing as well as in art, you have to understand basics of art or basic psychology of art. The art is basically perceptual and it has got a strong psychological impact. Meaning, enjoying novel or enjoying musical piece or enjoying a ballet dance or enjoying a storytelling or somebody's telling you story, it's something related to your brain. This is different from enjoying Chinese food in the restaurant. So it's basically perceptual. Now, as it is perceptual, it includes subconscious mind as well as conscious process in the mind. You understand what I mean by subconscious mind, because most of the things are perceived by subconscious mind as well as your conscious mind. Now, aesthetic values, meanings of shape, form, space, colors, its biases, judgment are developed as early as elementary years of your schooling or elementary years of your infanthood. All biases of color, all biases of form, all biases of shape are developed at that time, because the first second you take birth in this world, your brain has ability to write its own software, and in software we always develop biases. Like red color, you see some sort of experience, you see blue color, some sort of experience, and the child starts writing its software, and that is done totally in subconscious mind. So whatever is within the mind, that we don't have any control over it, neither we have any conscious access to it. And that is the reason there are so much subjectivities you will find about opinion in the art, opinion about criticism, opinion about likes and dislikes, opinion about I like this color, I don't like this color. Because right from your subconscious mind, these biases are being developed. Now coming to process of creation, its creation is a function of an arty mind and fertile visual perception. Actual visual perception, for example, a musician he has an ability to hear to the music very carefully. He knows the notations, he knows its vibration, he knows its frequencies clearly, and that is the reason he can reproduce it. So perfect perception is the key of perfect art creation, or some sort of a raw material to create an art. Most of the inspiration from where the artist gathers his inspiration is from their life or surroundings, and how this happens, this we do not know. Similarly, how past images, for example, right from beginning, you have lived 18 years or 19 years of life, there are a lot of images in your mind, and how these past images are being processed while selecting your decisions or art or visualization or artistry or painting, that field of brain is still unknown. So these are the certain words or these are certain elements of art which are common to an architect, common to a photographer, common to a painter, common to any other person. Like we talk of form, we talk of space, we talk of illusion, we talk of primary colors, secondary colors, hue, we talk of realistic or surrealistic approach, we talk of symmetry. We all talk of this because they are basic elements, that is basic vocabulary related to art, but the manifestation is different. Manifestation of an artist and manifestation of a designer is totally different. What is actual difference between artist and designer? While designing, it is said that this he has to make something functional, and where technology, clients, popular trends, cost of design, all those aspects as they are coming in between, he loses his lot of rational energy as an artist. So designing becomes a process of deciphering the puzzle as good as, and not making an expression where artist is liberal enough to make his choice that appeals the sense of pure aesthetic, because artist is expressing something. The designer is not expressing, designer is solving puzzle, and he is producing a design with a mental process which includes selecting, deselecting, matching, mixing, blending images in from library of the mind, and doing something which is going to act as a solution to some given problem. The designer is a problem solver, where artist is an expressionist. Thank you very much.